Lost at Sea, the 76-day survival of Stephen Callahan. In 1982, 29-year-old Stephen Callahan set out to chase a dream, a solo voyage across the Atlantic Ocean. He departed from the Canary Islands in a small sailboat he had designed himself. For Stephen, the sea offered something few places could: freedom, solitude, and the quiet promise of adventure. But just 6 days into his journey, that dream shattered. One night, under the cover of darkness and churning waves, a violent crash tore through his boat. Callahan never saw what hit him, perhaps a whale, maybe debris. But the damage was instant. Water gushed in as the hull cracked wide open. His boat was dying, and fast. Stephen had minutes, not hours, to act. He threw emergency supplies into a tiny inflatable life raft, a spear gun, a few rations, a solar still, and a survival manual. Then, with no other option, he climbed into the raft and cut himself loose. Alone, he drifted out into the open Atlantic. There was no radio, no sail, no engine, just the endless sea stretching out in every direction. For the first few days, Stephen survived on the limited provisions he had salvaged, but they ran out quickly. Hunger came first, then thirst. The sun blistered his skin by day, and the cold bit deep by night. He built a makeshift spear and hunted fish by hand, stabbing them from the edge of his fragile raft. Water was even harder to come by. He depended on a small solar still to collect rainwater, a device that at best produced a few precious sips a day. Dehydration haunted him constantly. Days turned into weeks. His body wasted away. Saltwater sores covered his skin. Sharks circled his raft, and storms rose out of nowhere, threatening to flip him into the deep. He began hallucinating. But even as his mind frayed and his strength faded, something kept Stephen going. A will, a fire inside, that refused to let him drift into the dark. Then, on day 76, after drifting more than 1,800 miles, he saw something that seemed like another hallucination: land. The outline of Guadeloupe shimmered on the horizon. Moments later, a group of local fishermen spotted the strange raft and moved in to investigate. What they found was a man on the edge of death, emaciated, delirious, and barely able to speak. Stephen Callahan had survived. He had lost nearly a third of his body weight, but his spirit, the thing that carried him across nearly 3 months of terror, remained unbroken. His story is more than a tale of survival. It's a testament to human endurance, ingenuity, and the unrelenting will to live. Subscribe to Edge of Nowhere for more real-life survival stories every week. Tap the bell. You won't want to miss what's coming next.